Well, my next guest got national attention when he took on Donald Trump in a fiery radio interview just ahead of the Wisconsin primary. Joining me now, Charlie Sykes. Charlie, good to see you. And sure enough, Trump went on to win, to lose the state of Wisconsin, but win the GOP primary. And nonetheless, you say you remain never Trump. Before I ask you about Paul Ryan, why? Because you know the argument against that is that's a vote for Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, well, you know, Donald Trump is a serial liar, a con man who mocks the disabled and women. He's a narcissist and a bully, a man with no fixed principles, who has the vocabulary of an emotionally insecure 9-year-old. So, no, I don't want to give him control of the IRS, the FBI, and the nuclear codes. That's just me.
Tell us how you really feel. Doesn't sound like there's a whole lot of wiggle room there, Charlie.
Well, you know, I mean, I do see, you know, the rats swimming toward the sinking ship, but at some point, if you understand, and this is not just ideological, it's not just the fact that he's abandoned one position after another, or that he has the penchant for internet hoaxes or conspiracy theories. I mean, a week ago tonight, remember, he was peddling the notion that Ted Cruz's dad had something to do with the JFK assassination. So there are people who say that just because of party loyalty, we're supposed to forget all of that. I just don't buy that, because I've cautioned, my fellow conservatives, you embrace Donald Trump, you embrace it all. You embrace every slur, every insult, every outrage, every falsehood. You're going to spend the next 6 months defending, rationalizing, evading all that. And afterwards, you come back to women, to minorities, to young people and say, you know, that wasn't us. That's not what we're about. The reality is, if you support him to be President of the United States, that is who you are, and you own it.
How do you see this shaking out then in November?
Well, I think that it's likely to be a blowout for the Democrats, and so you asked me about whether or not being never Trump is a vote for Hillary. I can't control the outcome of that campaign. I've been trying for the last 6 months to avoid this moment, because you're talking about two really detestable people running for office. You'd think that a country like this could do better than Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. But all you can control is your own conscience and where you stand. And I think that what I hope is that conservatives manage to come out of this with their integrity and their dignity and their principles intact.
What do you make of Paul Ryan and the dust-up with Trump?
Well, he's not never Trump. I want to make this very clear. What I think is interesting is that Paul Ryan is the polar opposite of Donald Trump. He is a decent human being. He is deeply intellectually serious and deeply engaged in policy, none of which Donald Trump is. And I think that it was somewhat unreasonable to expect, as some folks do, that conservatives should simply surrender, should simply roll over, as opposed to doing what Paul Ryan is doing, which is asking for a conversation. A conversation. What do we stand for? What do we believe in? And that is a conversation that we need to have, even though, look, Donald Trump has won the nomination. That doesn't mean that he immediately gets to win all of the battle of ideas, or he gets the soul of the Republican Party. And I think that Paul Ryan just kind of wants to know which Donald Trump is it going to be? What does Donald Trump stand for? What does Donald Trump think about taxes, government, the Constitution, all of those things that we once thought that we believed in. And again, this is a debate and a conversation that we very much need to have.
Charlie, great to see you.